In the last two videos, we are discussing kinetic theory of gases. This is a third video on kinetic theory of gases. In this video, we'll discuss gas laws. In gas laws, already we have finished Boyle's law, Charles' law, and Gay-Lussac's law in thermodynamics, because that laws were required to solve problems on work done in different processes. So today we will discuss two more laws which are there in kinetic theory of gases. That is, one is Graham's law of diffusion, another Dalton's law of partial pressure. Okay, what is this Graham's law of diffusion? See, as the name indicates, it deals with diffusion of one gas into another. It deals with diffusion of one gas into another. Example, consider two gases, say it is a first gas and it is a second gas. Both are taken in two different containers. It's the same pressure, say P. Here also pressure is P. And temperature of the gas, say T. Here also temperature is T. Means both the gases are taken at same temperature and same pressure. Now, these two containers are connected like this. These two containers are now connected. Then one gas diffuse into another gas. That is, first gas will try to go into the second container and second gas will try to diffuse into first container. Then what is the rate of diffusion of gases is the question. See, according to this, as we know, rate of diffusion of one gas into another is directly proportional to RMS speed of the gas, because it's clear that means when the speed is more, they diffuse fast. That is, the how fast one gas diffuse into another is directly proportional to V RMS speed of the gas. But since we know that, according to our previous knowledge, we know, means in the second video we have seen, Vrms is equal to under root of 3p by rho, where p is the pressure, rho is the density. According to this, I told both the gases have same pressure. Therefore, if I take pressure remains same, then 3 is a number, p is a constant. Then we can write Vrms is inversely proportional to under root of density. So according to this, I can say rate of diffusion if I represent by smaller or any letter is directly proportional to Vrms. That Vrms is inversely proportional to root of the density. Hence we can say rate of diffusion of gas is inversely proportional to under root of density. So this is the conclusion. This conclusion itself is called as Graham's law of diffusion. Means according to Gram's law of diffusion, at same pressure and temperature, the rate of diffusion of one gas into another is inversely proportional to root of density of the gas. Okay, so this is one law called Gram's law of diffusion. Another is Dalton's law of partial pressure. Second is Dalton's law. Dalton's law of partial pressure. Dalton's law of partial pressure. Okay. So what is this Dalton's law of partial pressure? As the heading says, it deals with pressure exerted by the gas on walls of the container. Pressure exerted by the gas on the walls of the container. Assume it is our first gas. Okay. This is the second gas taken here. Whenever this gas is filled in the container, this gas exerts pressure on the walls of the container like this. It exerts pressure on the walls of the container. Assume it is exerting the pressure, say P1. Similarly, this gas is exerting pressure on the walls of the container like this, walls of the container. Say this is exerting the pressure P2. Suppose if I mix the same gases, if I mix the same gases here, but keep in mind the mixture is also taken in the same kind of container. Means volume of first container, volume of second container, and volume of the container in which we are taking the mixture, okay, are same. Then assume we have mixed the two gases. This is the first gas which I am representing by blue color. So the second gas is represented by the green color like this. Okay. Now what happens? Both will exert the pressure. So both gases are exerting the pressure on the walls of the container like this. So second gas is exerting the pressure, as well as first gas is exerting the pressure like this. First gas is exerting the pressure like this. According to Dalton's law of partial pressure, is the pressure exerted by the mixture of several gases. Pressure exerted by the mixture of several gases is equal to sum of pressure exerted by each gas having same volume as that of volume of the container. Means if the first gas is taken in the container of volume V, how much pressure it exerts? Okay, and if the second gas is kept in the container in which mixture is taking, then how much pressure it exerts? Right? Then I told in three cases I took the same container, means same volume. Then according to Dalton's law of partial pressure, then pressure exerted by the mixture is equal to sum of pressure exerted by each gas having same volume as that of volume of the mixture. Here in this present example, pressure exerted by the mixture is equal to pressure exerted by first gas plus pressure exerted by second gas. This is called as Dalton's law of partial pressure. Okay, let's have some expansion of this. As you know, according to ideal gas equation, PV is equal to nRT, where P means pressure, V means volume, N means number of moles, R means gas constant, T means temperature. Then as we know, if this first gas is having N1 number of moles, second gas is having N2 number of moles. When I mix the two gases, the total number of moles of the gas is N1 plus N2. N1 plus N2. Okay. Then we know, according to our conservation, total number of moles of the gas before mixture, N1 plus N2, is a total number of moles before mixture, is equal to total number of moles after mixture. Okay, total number of moles after mixture, that we have to remember. Okay, if I represent by dash, it is left to us. Anyway, how do we write N1? N1 means, you know, PV divided by RT, plus it is also PV divided by RT is equal to, here also I should write PV divided by RT plus PV divided by RT, like this. Okay, so N1 means first gas. Here in first gas, pressure is P1 and volume I have taken V. Okay, say temperature of this gas is T1, you can take different, or say if I take different T1. Here pressure is P2, temperature is T2. But remember, I am taking volume same. Volume in both cases same. Now when I mix them together, they attain a common temperature T and common pressure P mixture. Okay, so I'll take mixture, P mixture, volume remains same, R is constant, T is a common temperature. Okay, for second gas also it is a mixture. Okay, T same. Now in these two, I can take V by T common. Sorry, V by T common. Then I can write P1 by T1. Sorry, P by R common, not T. P by T1 plus P2 by T2. Okay, is equal to, here also V by R and T common, and so I think it's directly I can write, not necessary to take, it's the same. That's why directly I can write 2 into P mixture into V divided by RT. Now see, V by R get cancelled. You can take this side and you can write pressure exerted by mixture of gas can be written as T by 2 in bracket P1 by T1 plus P2 by T2. So this is an expression for pressure exerted by mixture of gases. Suppose if three gases are mixed, then you can write plus P3 by T3. If 4 gases are there, then you have to write plus P4 by T4. Okay, so this is what is called as Dalton's law of partial pressure. Okay, please note down. Okay, now let's have questions based on this simple question. I think just now I framed one question about this partial pressure, right? Um, Second question, if I take all gases are same pressure, same volume, but having different number of moles, then also you can write for equation. That is in the mixture, suppose if we have two gases having same pressure, same means all having same volume, a temperature T, but number of moles are N1 and N2. Then you can write total mixture pressure is equal to P1 plus P2. Then P1 means just now I told PV is equal to nRT. Based on this, you can write the things. Okay. So substitute and simplify, you get your answer. That is your N1 RT by V plus N2 RT by V. Here RT by V can be taken as common. Then in bracket we can get N1 plus N2. Okay. This is our one point. Now I will take a very simple example. It may be lengthy calculation, but method is important here. Question instead of question, method of solving is important. See, consider we have two containers of same volume. Volume remains the same. Volume of this is V, volume of this is V. Here we have filled first gas. Here we have filled a first gas whose pressure is equal to pressure exerted by 76 centimeter of mercury. Here also 76 centimeter of mercury. Second gas also exert same pressure. Here also pressure means I am taking initially both having same volume, same pressure and at same temperature. It is also having same temperature 27 degrees Celsius. It is also at 27 degrees Celsius. Assume I have taken same gas. Gas is also same. Now what I did? Now same two containers. Assume here only connected, no problem. Now they are connected, okay? Now they are connected like this. So now it is kept at same temperature 27 degrees Celsius. I have not changed the temperature of first, okay, but temperature of second is changed to 127 degrees Celsius. Then surely pressure will change. Then what is the pressure after changing the temperature is the question. What is the pressure after changing the temperature is the question. I think you might have understood the question. I have taken same gas in two different containers of same volume, same pressure and at same temperature. Now slowly temperature of one is increased to 127 degrees Celsius while temperature of other is kept constant. Then what is the pressure exerted by the gas is the question. Okay. Now solution. See, as we know before changing the temperature and after changing the temperature, what is remains same? I can say according to conservation law, total mass of the gas or total number of moles of the gas before as well as after remains same. Okay, next that I can write here. Before heating, number of moles of the gas, say N1, this is N2. After N1 dash plus N2 dash, how do you write N1? So PV divided by RT. Here temperature I will 27 degrees Celsius, I will take it as T0 for my convenience. Later I can substitute. Pressure in the first case I will take it as P0. Volume before as well as after, there is no change in the volume. So I don't want to take V0 and other things. Directly I will write V. Second, pressure is P0, volume V, R, temperature T0. After pressure, I don't know, I'll say pressure is P. I assume that pressure in both cases same. Pressure is P, volume is V, R. Say temperature of this is 27 degrees Celsius, same. 27 degrees Celsius I have represented by T0. Here pressure P volume, okay, plus. Here pressure is P, volume is V, divided by R. Here temperature is 127 degrees Celsius. That I will represent by T. Okay, hope now you can substitute and simplify. This will be 2 P0 V by R T0 is equal to, here P V common, by R is also common, in bracket 1 by T0 plus 1 by T. Now pause the screen and try. Okay, then see this V get cancelled. This R get cancelled. Remaining is 2. Pressure is written as rho G into height divided by 273 is equal to P in bracket 1 by 273 plus 127 degrees Celsius, means I think it's a 400 Kelvin. 1 by 400. Sorry, it is a 27 degrees Celsius, means 300, not 273, it is a 300. Now to rho GH, here height of mercury is 76 centimeter. Ultimately I will get an answer in centimeter only, so I am not converting. If you want to convert, you can multiply by 10 to the power minus 3 divided by 300 is equal, this pressure is written as rho G. Height of the mercury in the second case I'll assume X. Then in bracket here LCM is 300 into 400. Here 400 plus 300 is 700. Hope now you can simplify this 300. This 300 get cancels. 2 zeros get cancels. This rho G get cancelled. Okay, so remaining is 2 into 76 into 10 to the power minus 2. Sorry, minus centimeter means minus 2. Okay, sorry. Right? Then is equal to X into 7 by 4. Cross multiply. X is equal to, it is 8 into 76 divided by 7. It is into 10 to the power minus 2 meter. x equal to who? Now you can simplify yourself, no need to simplify more. Okay, it is 7 ones are 7 ones are point 8 5 something. Okay, I think it is 14 now 140. So check the calculation please. I think calculation should be verified. I have not verified the calculations. Please verify the calculation. Verify the calculation. Okay, up to here whatever is there step by step I have written. The remaining calculation please verify. Right, maybe same. Okay, next here same, whatever I was getting may be correct, but verify yourself. Now another kind of question in this type is, another kind of question in this type is, see we have taken a tube, assume we have a tube of 100 centimeter, means 1 meter, 100 centimeter. Okay, now exactly in the middle, like this portion is filled with mercury. So this portion is 10 centimeter, means remaining portion is 45 centimeter. Here to here is 45. Same gas, okay, same gas now. This is the first case. We have taken a gas in a tube of length 100 centimeter. Now it is a partition by a mercury column of thickness 10 centimeter. Right? Now both are at the same temperature. Say 27 degrees Celsius. It is also 27 degrees Celsius. Now what happens? Slowly, in case number 2, we have slowly increased the temperature of the second portion. We have increased the temperature. We know that whenever we increase the temperature, means indirectly we are giving heat energy to this portion. When it gains heat energy, you know, some amount of energy is utilized to gain the internal energy, and remaining amount is utilized to do work. Hence it exerts pressure on this mercury. Then this mercury column shift towards this side. Then in second case, slowly when we increase the temperature of the second portion, the position of mercury gets shift. Say now mercury comes to this portion, but thickness of the mercury remains same, that is 10 centimeter. Okay, 10 centimeter. But question is, say now the length of this column, earlier it was 45 centimeter, now it becomes x. If it is x, then how much it is? It's very simple. Total length of the air column was 90 earlier. Means this plus this should be equal to 90. Are you getting my point? So now if it is x, means this remaining portion is 90 minus x. Then question is, See, if its temperature is 127 degrees Celsius, this is remains 27 degrees Celsius. Okay, then today's question is, what is the value of x? What is the value of x? Please note down the question. See, to find out the volume of this portion, we know that here, because of providing the heat energy, it exerts the pressure and hence it moves this side. But no gas, matter is not moving from one portion to another portion. Hence, total mass of the gas in this portion before heating and after heating remains same. Here also, total mass of the gas before heating and after heating remains same. If mass same means number of moles is also same. Hence I can write, so for cooler portion, as this I call it as a first portion, second portion is a first portion, second portion. Anyway we want x. Okay, whatever, anyway we have to consider both. Then number of moles in first case is equal to number of moles in second case. I call it as dash. So number of moles can be written as P V divided by R T. PV divided by RT. Here in this case, you know that since both portions are same, in both cases pressure will be same and temperature is also taken as same, and volume is also remains same. Portions are equally partitioned. Okay, so P naught, V naught, T naught. After here, I kept temperature remains same. Keep in mind, pressure might be changed. Say pressure in the second case is P, volume is changed, I'll call V, and R, temperature remains same, T naught. Okay, see this R, T naught cancel. Then pressure P naught. This pressure can be written as, pressure is nothing but force into area. Okay, or otherwise I'll write pressure P naught. Volume can be written as area into length. In first case, area is A, length is 45. For centimeter means you can multiply by 10 to the power minus 2. Okay, V naught is equal to second case, pressure is changed to P, volume is same, area into length is x. Here area cancel. Then x can be written as P 45 into 10 to the power minus 2 into P naught by P. To calculate x, we don't know what is P naught by P. We need what is P naught by P. Okay. To calculate P naught by P, I'll take second portion. Okay. In second portion, same number of moles in first case and second case are same. Here PV by RT. Here also PV by RT. Here pressure is P naught, volume V naught, temperature T naught. Okay. Here remember pressure P, volume I'll write later, R as it is, temperature is T, changed. So now I can cancel only R here. Now you can write P naught. V naught means A into 45 into 10 to the power minus 2 area, volume, divided by temperature is 27 degrees Celsius, means 300 Kelvin. Here pressure is P, volume is area into length is 90 minus x, divided by temperature is 127 degrees Celsius. 127 degrees Celsius means remember 400 Kelvin. Anyway, we want P naught by P. Keep in mind, okay? Then this A get cancelled, okay? Reshuffle. This is also 10 to the power minus 2. This 10 to the power minus 2, 10 to the power minus 2 get cancelled. Anyway, we want P naught by P. P naught by P is equal to send all that side. 90 minus x by 400 remaining. If I send it here into 300 divided by 45. Two zeros get cancelled. Okay. Then 3 ones are 3 5s are. Okay. Remaining is 90 minus x divided by 60. If I substitute this P naught by P in this equation, I can get my answer. Okay. See here, I'll write that remaining calculation. See, x is equal to 45 into 10 to the power minus 2. Okay, into P naught by P is nothing but 90 minus x divided by 60. These two are combined now. Okay, no problem. Then 15 3s are 15 4s are. Reshuffle. It is 4x is equal to it is a 273 into 90 is a 270 into 10 to the power minus 2 minus 3x into 10 to the power minus 2. Okay, this 10 to the power minus 2 is in centimeter. I think here also there is 10 to the power minus 2, right? This 10 to the power minus 2 should be there. Check the calculations. (4x) is equal to 3 into 10 to the power. Yes. Check the calculations where we are getting mistake in simplification. So this is okay, right? P by P naught. Okay. 270 into 10 to the power minus 2 minus 3x into 10 to the power minus 2. This minus 2 is getting problem. Please wait for a minute. Somewhere I made a small mistake in the calculation. Suppose if I didn't consider this 10 to the power minus 2 anywhere. Okay. It's 45 P naught by P. Right? This if I didn't consider here also, there is no problem. Answer will be 45. Hope everything is correct. Nowhere I am taking this centimeter 45. This P naught by P is nothing but 90 minus x by 60. Then 15 3s are 15 4s are. Cross multiply 4x is equal to 270 minus 3x. Reshuffle. It will be 7x divided by 270, or x is equal to 270 by 7 centimeter will be the answer. Okay, so this kind of questions we can expect in this case. Okay, and in 2016, 2017 as well as in 2018, there was a question from this kinetic theory of gases. Okay, in next video we'll discuss law of equipartition of energy. In that also most of the part is already discussed, even though we'll try to take. Okay, we'll continue in the next video.